Hello, everybody. This is episode 1 of what will hopefully be a series. And today we're going to be starting the Imperial Japanese Navy versus Neater. Although technically this starts out in World War I times, so it would not be classified as the Imperial Japanese Navy. But the point is, this is going to be a Neater campaign with some rules applied. And so I go ahead and start this. I'm going to go through some of the basic rules, right? So the general gist of this is going to be, obviously, Japan versus Neater. So, me, playing as Japan, I have to use historical-only vehicles, which I can build replicas of, and they have to be around the same size as their real-life counterparts. There's also a system for armor where about 1 meter of metal or alloy in from the depths is going to be equivalent to 50 millimeters of real-life armor, or 54 millimeters of real-life armor. So, the other main rule is when starting out, you can only use vehicles from 1915 and before. So let me go ahead and adjust the settings here. We have 100% damage difficulty, enemy growth factor of 110%. Resource given by enemy, we'll leave that, and combat difficulty is on 1.5. Begin new campaign. Alright, here we are in our starter fortress. We've got our little dinghy. And the first thing to do is going to be to retrofit this. So, let's see, before I do that, I'm going to go place a bunch of repair things on this dinghy. But, so starting off, I'm only going to have access to designs that were built before 1915 or before. And once I defeat the Deepwater Guard, the time period will advance to 1925, and then for every faction defeated after that, time period will advance by 10 years until 1945 is reached. So, about midway through the campaign, I'm going to start getting access to the, like stuff like the Yamato class, other various World War II ships, and aircraft. Starter rib, you have served me well for like 30 seconds. Goodbye. Alright, so, not gonna lie, kind of proud of my starter fortress here, as it maneuvers into position. It's just got a little dock, it's got some cargo containers, a lot of resource storage, oil drilling tower, some cranes that don't actually work, although this one does move around very slowly, and a large dock. So this is going to be my base of operations. Another rule that's in place is ships can only be constructed from a main port base, like this. New outposts set up from capturing resource zones cannot build ships, or aircraft for that matter, or any new vehicles. So this is going to be the center of operations for my whole starter campaign, at least. Once I've conquered a faction, I'll have access to another ship factory, or dockyard, and then for every faction defeated, I'll get my hands on another dockyard. So those are just some personal regulations that I've set up for this campaign. I'm probably going to post the full rules in the description of this video, so, if anyone wants to follow along, try it out for themselves, try it out with a different country, it'll be fine. Also, actually, before I get on with more rambling, let me start work on my first ship, the IJN Kaba. This is just a destroyer. It was commissioned in 1915. Yeah, I'm going to try to make this into a time lapse, so I'm going to stop talking now. Alright, here's my first ship. I'm gonna make sure it's turned off. I don't want it plowing right through my dock. I also don't want it to... I also don't want it to run out of resources and capsize or anything. So...
Receiving. Listening. Receiving.
Feel free to share materials. Anyways, this is the IJN Kaba. It was a Kaba class destroyer. What are you doing? It was commissioned in 1915 for the Japanese Navy, and it was equipped with this 120mm deck gun up front, which isn't too powerful, but you know, whatever. It also had 4 76mm AA guns, and a word of notice, I am going to be using the more simple weapons mod for this, which is on the Steam Workshop, and that is extremely helpful, especially for, you know, deck guns like this, where you can't really pull them off and from the depths. And then it's also equipped with a pair of 510mm torpedo tubes, or a pair of turrets of 510mm torpedo tubes, for 4 in total. I just botched that horribly. That could have been a very simple sentence, but it wasn't. So it's got 4 torpedoes, 4 76mm guns, and a single 120mm gun. The main mast looks like garbage because it's actually just a radar antenna. But you know, one of the reason why I have a radar antenna on here, right? Another regulation is to start out, we're only allowed 4 blueprints. So you have your resource base, 2 ships, and then a like harvesting outpost. So this is one of my ship designs. I don't have access to another blueprint until I start capturing resource zones. After that, for every zone captured, we get our hands on another blueprint. So stop. Anyways, yeah. So, in that note, time to start Conquest. Right, so what I said about having 2 ships for my starting blueprints, I lied. I've decided that I would rather go with a resource gathering aircraft. Not resource gathering aircraft, resource gathering aircraft? What the heck? What am I even saying? I would rather go with a scout/transport aircraft. This is the Type 4 MO. It's a Japanese license build version of a French bomber, actually. Get out of your stupid resource thing, no one likes you. So, it's built in Japan, it's French design, it's just a very cheap biplane. It is equipped with bombs, but they're not, you know, they're not super effective. In real life, it carried 18 7-kilogram bombs. Not sure how I could pull that off and from the depths, so I just went with 8 larger bombs, which are down here. And then the top wing's a radar antenna for scouting. It carries about 24,000 materials, and it's not very good at water takeoffs, as you can see. Alright, so I think I'm going to, before I build more, I guess I'll just stick with 1 aircraft and then go with another destroyer, because I do have it on 1.5 difficulty, and so playing other campaigns on 1.5 difficulty, I've run into some pretty nasty stuff. I don't trust this aircraft at all to be able to deal with anything. So in that case, another destroyer it is. well, the Deepwater Guard have controlled, they just declared war on us. So I guess I was just capturing their territory. Yeah, so they're about to face the might of the Imperial Japanese Navy. Alright, so, it turns out that the Deepwater Guard have decided to send a Scuttle gun and a simoon after me, which they haven't actually sent any ships this early in the campaign before. So that's interesting. Let's see, I'm thinking of, I might actually just go around the airship gantry, because it's immobile, I can go past it up the strait, and, it doesn't, I'm not very confident in my destroyers at all, so I think it might be easier if I were to wait until once I get rid of the Sinner's outpost, I'll have access to another ship type, which I'm planning on spawning a cruiser, and then I could just use that to take out the airship gantry. I'll knock out the Sinner's outpost, and hopefully these guys with my destroyers. In the meantime, it's time for the first battle of the series versus the Sinner's outpost, which, let's be honest, if this destroyer loses against the Sinner's outpost, I am a horrible builder, and I should not play from the depths. For our first battle. It's kind of foggy here. Ooh, we are not on a move routine. Alright, we got shells out. Cram shots are missing. Some pretty meh damage going on. But meh is better than nothing. The 75mm are firing some flak. Ichi. Here come the torpedoes. These are the main damage dealers. Yeah, just sheared off that whole corner there. But the 120mm is firing some heat, high explosive combo, and the 75mm are just firing some HE flak. Yeah, that cram shot's missed. More torpedoes coming in. Good, yes. Alright, that is the end of the Sinner's outpost. And we did not... Oh, we did take a cramshell to the midsection, blew off some of the boats. Not the boats! For those of you who wanted to check it out, this is the harvesting outpost. It's just a little rig. It's got a tower, oil drilling tower. It's got some coal bunkers, a couple cargo containers, little dock, nothing fancy, some repair tentacles. While I cannot spawn anything from these, I can repair damaged ships with them, so that'll probably be useful, assuming some of my ships take damage, which they probably will, let's face it. Yeah. Little Japanese harvesting base. Well, look at you, all cozy in that there fort. You don't look like much of a pirate, and in these waters, it's a pirate's life. Whether you called us out for war, or you just sat there looking like a lazy bum, that's easy pickings. You're gonna be moved from that fortress by force. Come on, from the depths. I think you mean removed from that fortress by force.
Moving now.
I don't want to declare war on this guy and accidentally drag the airship gantry into the fight, so I think if I go over here, the AI should decide that the thing's being capped and come defend it. Apparently not. Never mind. Alright, Scuttle Gun. Your time has come. I'm gonna spawn over here, facing that way. I don't want to beach myself. Let's get rid of the annoying resource view. Actually, in that case, I'll spawn bow in if you want to run away. Alright, so the Scuttle Gun, if I'm not mistaken, is the cram type ship. That's, yeah, okay. It's got some barge fitted with cram cannon vibes going. Okay, we shouldn't have any problems. Oh, what is this? Is this a little baby? No, it's just flares. Okay. Those should not work against torpedoes, I hope. Alright, we should be able to dodge these. If we get hit, then that's tough. But, let the battle commence. Yeah, charge forward with your little deck gun. We do have a single torpedo in the water. Not much damage being dealt, but that's okay. The guns aren't supposed to do damage. It's supposed to be the torpedoes. So, the Scuttle Gun is trying to reverse out of its own gun range. I don't know why else it wouldn't be firing. There's a torpedo hit. We have turned broadside. We got the rest of our torpedoes out and the 75mm guns in action. And the Scuttle Gun still hasn't fired yet. Not sure what's going on. More torpedoes slamming to the front of the... Yeah, that is tough. Deepwater guard, you need better torpedo protection. You can't be doing this wooden underside thing. Oh, this is... Why is it yellow? Oh, the AI thing must have gotten knocked off. Well, that's tough for you, Mr. Scuttle Gun. Got flak just blowing up in the air. There we go. The Scuttle Gun is defeated without firing a shot. Alright, time to try to take out this patchwork. I don't want the bomber in the fight just for the, okay, there is no swordfish. At least not here. The patchwork, is that the ramming? I have a hunch this is a rammer. No, never mind, it's not the rammer, that's the Kalmar. This is, I guess as the name suggests, you are indeed a patchwork. Is this diff or just decoration? Aha, it is diff. So we got a diff gun, got some broadside cannons, big nose-mounted cram. How big is this? Decent size, I guess. We got, ooh, broadside crams. Some missiles. Oh, those missiles could be nasty, whether or not they're guided. Hover propulsion and a paddle wheel. Okay. Well, time to execute. Not sure why they spawn in off a move routine. Cram shots missing. Torpedoes in the water. Dinky little 75mm shells exploding everywhere. More cram shots. Incoming torpedo salvo. Yes. Give me that damage. Did one of these explode under... Oh, one of these blew up underneath. Nice. And, engine damage? Yeah, it looks like it. Wow. Oh! It's AI? Why was its AI in the bow? That's kind of a stupid of you, Deepwater Guard. But that works. I'll take it. Another victory to the Kaba class. Alright, Swordfish. Now, the main issue with this... Oh, I did not realize that Swordfish is that expensive, for one. Number two is that my torpedoes obviously cannot target flyers, so hopefully my flak is gonna be enough to take this, just knock it out of the air. And then once it crashes into the water, obviously it can get torpedoed. Does the Swordfish have bomb chutes? No, it does not. Okay, that's the Atlas with bombs. Okay. It does have some rockets, though. Anyways, let the battle commence. Alright, we got mostly ineffective shelling coming in. We are getting lit up. I have some not quite invisible mimics surrounding the deck gun there so that it doesn't get shot off. Hey. Yeah, you're set for a 45-degree angle. Don't know what you're doing. Why is it getting interesting? Oh, it does have bombs. It doesn't have... Okay, so those are bombs. They're not, cram bombs. Well, Swordfish has lost one of its wings. Not that they really do anything, though. If we can take out those lifting Daddy Blades, I don't know if they actually provide lift, but... Or if they're just for, pitch control. We've knocked off, one. Oh, never mind, that was a lie. Swordfish coming around for another bombing run. And it does not drop the bombs. Interesting. Oh, did that knock out something important? No. Yeah, get him. We just shot ourselves. Wow, Rambot is durable. Swordfish making another botched bombing run. I guess when it's at least in level flight, it doesn't, it can't hit us with its cannons. Yeah, when it's doing this, you're not a rocket ship, don't go to space. Man, if we can knock off the, Daddy Blades, that would be nice. But it doesn't look like we can. Oh, is the main gun stuck? Did I really forget to set targeting? There you go. Swordfish is losing Daddy Blades, but apparently it has not lost enough to knock the thing out of the sky. Either that or... Oh, is that custom? Okay, so it just has jets with no flame set. Still though, if we can get engine damage or something. This is turning into a very drawn out engagement. None of us have the firepower to really cripple the other. Well, Swordfish probably does, but he's just not using it because it's doing this garbage. You are not a rocket ship. You are an airship. Come down. Yeah, that works too. Nice job, Kaba. Alright, that's where I'm going to call this episode. It's getting kind of long. I don't want to waste all your time. But I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do whatever. There will be more. And for those of you who are looking for LEGO content, don't worry. I am pretty busy with like school and stuff. and lower content generally takes a long time to make, but don't worry, there will be more. I'm just decided to do this a bit on Saturdays just because it's fun and I have free time. So, on that note, I will see you guys next time.